Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is part of the group collaboration. The theme is Fall Repurposed DIY. Sonia over at Domestic Diva DIY channel got a couple of us together, and we're gonna bring you some great inspirational projects. There's going to be playlists in the description box. I encourage you to go ahead and check it out. There's so many talented ladies, and you should also check out Sonia's channel as well. I'm going to have linked all that in the description box down below. Okay, for my project, I have this board that came from previous project that I created. Over here in the middle, there was a thin with flowers, and it was beautiful, but after a while I didn't want it anymore, so I decided to repurpose it and give it a new life and make a new project. I really like the board. I like the distressing that I made, and originally it came from the dollar spot at Target. It was $5, but I got it at dirt cheap for 50 cents. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my chalk and I'm going to start drawing a pumpkin. I actually saw this beautiful picture online of a pumpkin on it was this pumpkin sign, and I decided to just go ahead and recreate that pumpkin. I made it a little bit different, of course, but that was just my inspiration. As you can see over here, I'm using chalk because it is very easy to use and it is easy to erase, and also since my pumpkin is going to be light, it is not going to be visible underneath at all. So after I was completely done drawing a pumpkin, you see how it looks like right now. Next thing I'm going to do is paint it. So I'm taking this DIY chalk paint. I actually created this for one of my previous projects. I'm going to link that video in the description box. And I'm going to also use this Waverly chalk paint in the color Celery. It is just a little bit darker than the previous paint, so it is going to complement it very well. Now I'm using this Dollar Tree brush, and it is a wide brush. I really like it. It works perfectly for these type of projects. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that DIY paint. It is just very simple to make, and it works perfectly. It dries quickly. It stays on. It is just like a regular chalk paint, but you make it on your own. And you can use any paint that you have at home. It doesn't have to be acrylic one. It can be latex, really any type of paint. So like I said, I'm going to have that video where I explained it linked in the description box down below. And then over here, this is kind of like a light greenish color. And then since I already mentioned in my previous videos, the theme that I'm going for this fall, it is very neutral, very light. I love a lot of light greens, white colors, and this is matching perfectly. You see over here in the middle part, I actually started going over with the smaller brush and that celery color before the previous paint dried. It was fine, but I decided to wait until I was done painting the pumpkin completely and until chalk paint dries completely. And that way I'm gonna achieve those lines and shading that I really want. So you see me over here just going and painting it. I wanted to make that little space visible between each layers of a pumpkin, because I'm gonna do something with that later on, and I wanted to make sure I see where is that line that I've created. While I was doing this, I was debating, should I go to the next step or not, that I had in my mind already, because I really like the way it looked just painted like this. But since the pumpkin is very simple on its own, I really decided to go ahead and go with the next step, and you're gonna see that a little bit later. Usually if I am painting a lot in my videos, I kind of fast forward them or skip them because some people might find them boring. But for me, if it's a video all about painting, I find it very relaxing, and at this time I let it roll a little bit. So tell me in the comments down below, what do you think? Do you like to see someone in video painting or not? So now you see me over here using the celery chalk paint, just making the shades of a pumpkin. I wanted it to have some kind of dimension. I started a little bit darker, so I went back and corrected it. I didn't want it really, really dark. I just wanted some shades and dimensions on a pumpkin. Before we continue to the next step, I want to welcome you. If you're new to my channel, I am Jelena. I'm stay-at-home mom of 2 kids. On my channel, mostly you are going to find some budget-friendly DIYs. I like to create beautiful things for my home on a budget. I do a lot of trash to treasures and Dollar Tree DIYs, and I really hope you will like what you see and decide to subscribe to my channel. Also, I would like for you to follow me on the social media and connect with me. Okay, the next step that I was talking about for my pumpkin sign will be to add this jute twine that I got at a crafter square of the Dollar Tree. So I'm going to use my hot glue gun, and I am just gonna outline the pumpkin with this. So everywhere where you see those lines that I didn't fill out with the paint, I'm going to go with this jute twine, and I'm going to outline it. I really think, since the sign itself was pretty plain and had just simple natural tones, I really think this jute twine, even though it is a natural color as well, it gave that 3D kind of effect and raised effect, and I really think it added something special to this sign. So again, let me hear from you guys in comments down below. Do you think I should have left the way it was, or do you like the way it looks with this jute twine? As I mentioned in the beginning of this video, this is part of the collaboration, and as always, there's going to be a playlist with a bunch of great videos and great inspirations. So go ahead and check out the link I'm going to have in the description box. I'm sure you are going to be happy you head over there, and you're not going to be disappointed. I have this little sign that says autumn that came from a package of many signs, but it was very small for the sign just to attach it, and I really didn't like the color of it. So I went ahead and used it as my guide and got the chalk again, and I wrote the word autumn. So after that, I'm taking just a simple marker. There's 2 tips on it, fine and a thicker. I took the thicker tip and I traced it. And I also went ahead and kind of traced it a little more on one side of the letterings, just to make it a little more shaded and just thicker on one side. I thought it looks nicer. After I was done with that part, I took the chalk again and went over the word to make it look more rustic. I didn't want that black marker to be so dark. This way it's gonna look more faded. And honestly, for me, this is where I stopped. This is what completed this project. I didn't want to do anything else. I think sometimes the simple projects are the best. And I wanted to show you how easy it is to create something with just a regular board, any board that you have in a house, a little bit of paint and jute twine. It is just a beautiful, beautiful sign, and I really hope you guys like it. And if you did, as always, give me a thumbs up and share this video. Subscribe to my channel. I would really like to have you. Tell me what you think. I like to hear your opinion. Thank you, Sonia, for getting us all together for this collaboration. And please check out the playlist in the description box. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.
Now, just give it to me, oh, give it to me now. slow down.